Today is going to be so much fun. Between this video and the next, we're going to look at about 6 different Nutrisystem breakfasts and see how we can buy similar things in the grocery store. Hi everyone, I'm Roberta. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist, and I've been a dietitian nutritionist for over 25 years, working in a hospital for 24 and a half years. I want to give you all of my knowledge so that you can make wise choices and have the best life possible. But first, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification if you want to know when the next video comes out, and please give it a thumbs up. And I want to thank everyone who has subscribed already. A special thank you to Stephanie, Jennifer, Nicole, Cheyenne, Shadaloo, Andrea, Christine, and the rest of the names. I don't know why I can't see them, but if you write in the comment section, "Hi Roberta," and put your name, I would totally love to say hi to you in the next video. If you've seen any of my past 6 videos, the guidelines that we're talking about come from the Dietary Guidelines for Americans, the American Heart Association, and the American Diabetes Association. And what I have next to me are the cubes, carbohydrate cubes, set up for a 1,500 calorie eating plan. We're making sure that we don't go over 50% of our calories from carbs, so that it's also a very good program to do if you have high blood sugar. So the cubes here represent a 1,500 calorie eating plan. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. At each meal, or you don't have to call it a meal, you could call it a snack, but each time that you eat, don't have more than 45 grams of carbs. Those 15-gram carb cubes correlate with this carb list that you've probably already downloaded because we've talked about it so much, where each amount of food gives the standard 15 grams of carbs. But let me switch it so that we can see the carbohydrate amount for 1,200 calories. So if you're on a 1,200 calorie eating plan, don't have any more than 30 grams of carbs at each meal. And the snack is 30. Now with the snack, you can have all 30 grams of carbs at one time, or you can separate it into 2 15-gram snacks. The other weight loss programs out there, such as Jenny Craig and Nutrisystem, they use a similar concept. So that's why today we are going to look at typical Nutrisystem breakfasts and compare them to what we can purchase on our own at the grocery store. So first we're going to check out the Nutrisystem Buttermilk Waffles. And whenever I look at a label, the first 2 things that I always look for are serving size and total carbohydrate. The serving size is 1 package, which is 2 waffles, and the total carbohydrate amount is 27 grams. Just look at the total carbs and the fiber, because if you saw in the second video I did, calories, carbs, and the fiber rule, you'll know that when you look at a label, you're allowed to subtract the fiber amount out of the carb number, since fiber does not give calories and it does not make our blood sugar go up. It actually helps us. So if we take total carbs minus fiber, you see that we have 24. So 1,200 calorie diet. What's your carb limit at a meal for a 1,200 calorie diet? 30 grams of carbs. Did this stay under 30 grams of carbs? Yes, it did. It's 24. 27 minus the 3 fiber. That actually gives us a little bit of space for some sugar-free syrup. Also remember, when you look at the label, you don't need to look at the sugar and such, because the total carbohydrate gram amount, that total carbs of 27 grams, equals fiber plus sugar plus starch, and if there are any sugar alcohols, they would list that too. You know, the problem with this label actually is that they forgot to indent the fiber, total sugar, and the part that says includes 4 grams added sugar. They forgot to indent that. You'll see in the labels that we look at in the grocery store. So I went down to my local grocery store, and your grocery store might have different products, but as long as you follow the rules, you'll be able to buy the right thing and eat the right amount. So this Eggo Thick and Fluffy Whole Grain Blueberry Waffle, first thing you always want to look at is serving size, and then carbohydrate and see if there's any fiber you can subtract. So with this product, serving size is 1 waffle. In most waffle products, like a standard size waffle, they'll say serving size is 2, but this one is thick, so I can see why they said only 1 waffle is a serving. Total carbs is 22 grams, and what do you see there for the dietary fiber? 3. So 22 minus 3, we get 19, right? You know, I like nice round numbers, so I'm just going to round that up to 20 because of the following question. If you're following a 1,500 calorie eating plan, remember those cubes are set up for 1,200 calories, but if you're following a 1,500 calorie eating plan, remember that each meal you can have up to 45 grams of carbs. So those of you doing that, I have a math question for you. Let's say that 1 waffle is 20 grams of carbs. One of these waffles. Let's say you had 2 waffles. What's 20 plus 20? Right, 40. So if you're following a 1,500 calorie plan, you could eat 2 waffles. That's what I wanted to make sure that you know. But I look at the protein and I see that the protein, there's only 3 grams in a waffle. Wow. You really want to try to get about 20 grams of protein at a meal. And that's something that we really focused on with the bariatric patients, the ones who had their stomachs surgically made smaller, is that they really needed to, and well, they really need to get about 20 grams of protein at each meal. What would we add to this breakfast to up our protein? Do you have a favorite protein? Do you like eggs, turkey bacon? The easiest thing, what I would do, the easiest thing would be to have a protein drink with this. I have so many protein powders in my cabinet. I'll have to show you in the next videos. The next product from Nutrisystem is turkey sausage and egg muffin. I see from this picture that there is no cheese on this, and the egg is a whole egg. Well, this is something very easy that you can make on your own. Get a low-fat turkey sausage, cook up your own egg, and if you downloaded the carb list, you know that half an English muffin is 15 carbs, so the top half is 15 grams of carbs and the bottom half is 15 grams of carbs. So an English muffin in general is 30 carbs. You can buy them less carbs, but that's generally what an English muffin is, about 30 carbs. But if you're pressed for time, you could buy this Jimmy Dean Delight. We see on the front label that it says turkey sausage, egg white, and cheese. So this is a little different from the Nutrisystem. Serving size is how many? 1 sandwich. Total carbohydrate, 31 grams. We have a couple dietary fibers to subtract. And the protein is pretty close to 20. That's great. If you're wondering what I'm looking at in regard to fat, if you're following a 1,200 calorie eating plan, for the meal, for each individual meal, you don't want more than about 10 to 12 grams of fat for a 1,200 calorie eating plan. If you're following a 1,500 calorie eating plan, no more than 15 grams of fat. So that's what I'm looking for in regard to fat. If you're following a 1,500 calorie eating plan and you eat one of these Jimmy Dean sandwiches, you only had 30 grams of carbs of your total 45. So you could use the last 15 grams of carbs with a portion of fruit if you wanted. Let's look at Nutrisystem's maple brown sugar oatmeal. So there's a picture of their product. What does the label look like? Serving size is 1 package. The total carbs is just 28 grams. Is there any fiber we can subtract? Those 3 grams of fiber. So that's 25 grams of carbs. With the 1,200 calorie eating plan, you are under your 30, but that protein, I'm always looking at the protein saying, you know, I really want to get about 20 grams of protein at each meal. Let's just see what we have in the grocery store and we'll talk about how to increase that protein in a moment. So Quaker Oats, or even the store brand, we see serving size is 1 packet, total carbs is 33. Any fiber to subtract? Yep, 3 grams. So 1 packet's about 30 grams. Quick note, you see there under dietary fiber, they list soluble fiber. That's just a type of fiber. Fiber can be soluble or insoluble. So dietary fiber, 3 grams, is all the fiber that's in there. Then they're further breaking it down, telling you that there's 1 gram of soluble fiber So we know that there's then 2 grams of insoluble fiber. We'll talk about that when we talk about cholesterol, because soluble fiber helps lower cholesterol. The goal is to get about 5 to 10 grams of soluble fiber a day, just so you know. But we'll talk in detail about soluble fiber at another video. But the protein there, just 4 grams of protein, what could we do to up the protein to about 20? Well, whenever I eat oatmeal, I always put a scoop of protein powder in the oatmeal. Let me get my protein powders really quickly just to show you. Okay, I have a few. I have brown rice protein powder, where 2 tablespoons is 12 grams of protein. I've got my whey, where a scoop is 18 grams of protein. I have my pumpkin seed protein, where 1 scoop is 9 grams. Oh, this tastes really good in oatmeal. And I have my paleo. I don't do paleo, but I have this product here that 1 scoop is 20 grams. And this is very high in fiber. Whenever you buy a protein powder in the store, just make sure that it's low in carbs. Those are all the products that I have for you in this video, but hop on over to the next video because we're gonna keep on going with breakfast ideas. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification, give it a thumbs up, but thank you so much to everyone who's already subscribed. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, take good care of yourself. Bye.